Hop out the back with a mop and I knock off the back of his top. Whether you lacking or not, shotters gon' come to your home and you getting whacked at the spot. Send a little bitch to the crib, you know that little hoe come back with a drop. Hit him in his head top, getting knocked. Smoke on BK, dead op. Boy on deck and he reckless, trying to get him wet, spin a check on the necklace. Ops in the jam get section, try to get sent PC for protection. I don't.
Hey yo, what up, squad? Hey man, welcome back to HOODROK Entertainment, bro. You already know what's up. I'm your boy Rock One. Thanks for tapping in, yo. Welcome to the realest, illest, dopest reaction channel on YouTube, bro, and the most active channel on YouTube, hands down. Bro, I think this is my sixth. Is this my sixth video today? No, this is my sixth reaction today, and I've gone live 3 times, my nigga. Bro, that's 9 videos I've dropped today. So yo, hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss nothing. And bro, we're tapping into. So I'm gonna stick with that theme that we've been touching on. Like, obviously, I'm still doing the music stuff. I just reacted to a song from Aina. Go check that out, bro. Swedish rapper. Rest in peace to Aina. And earlier I did a couple of reactions to top 10 places to visit in Germany. Also did places to visit in Albania. And yo, we're going to do this one. I've done a few of the geography nows. So go check them out, bro. You're going to see that playlist pop up at the end. And yo, I'm going to be putting all of these videos in the geography now playlist just because it's all geography, you know what I mean? As you can see, I'm rolling up. So I'll be blazing with y'all. This is about 17 minutes, so the reaction will probably take 30 minutes, yo. Alright, so we're going to get into this, bro. Y'all know what up. Hit the notification bell, tap that like button, subscribe. Like I said, we're the realest, illest, dopest reaction channel on YouTube, and we're also the most active reaction channel on YouTube, bro. So, yo, you join the right side. Let's get into this, yo. 15 unbelievable places that actually exist. Let's check it out. Damn. What's going on there?
You may think these images are from the movie Avatar, or perhaps some other distant Earth-like planet. It's hard to believe these places exist on our own planet. Here are 15 unbelievable places.
Hey, that's in New Zealand. I've been there a few times. That's the Waterfall Caves. Yo, that's the Waterfall Caves. All those things that you see there, bro, those are called, those are titiwai. Those are titiwai. I think we only get them down in native to here in New Zealand. Yo, cool. Yo, cool. That's cool. I've been there many times. It's up the road. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours drive from here.
Avatar, or perhaps some other distant Earth-like planet. It's hard to believe these places exist on our own planet.
I was there about a year ago, I think it was.
Here are 15 unbelievable places that actually
the Waterfall
exist.
Caves.
Number 15, underwater waterfall, Mauritius. Mauritius is known for its idyllic beaches and crystal clear sea, but there's an unbelievable phenomenon at the southwest corner of the island that appears to be an underwater waterfall. Despite how it looks, this isn't actually a flowing region of water, but instead an optical illusion that happens because of the seafloor
optical
structure.
Illusion.
The island.
An optical illusion? What the fuck? That looks trippy as hell.
Sits on an ocean shelf which is no more than 500 feet deep.
Whoa, look at that
shelf,
shit.
however,
What the
it soon
fuck?
plunges down to depths of almost 2.5 miles.
Damn,
What you're actually seeing in the underwater waterfall is not water falling down into the abyss, but particles of sand that are being pushed over by the current.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Yo, here we go. The Waterfall Caves. Titiwai. Now, I don't know what you'd call them in your language, whoever's watching, English, German, Albanian, Swedish. I'm not too sure what you would call them, but because they're only native to New Zealand and we call them titiwai. So they're like, I don't know, they're like larvae, bro, like slugs. Like, you know what I mean? Kind of things, but they glow.
14. Glowworm Cave, New Zealand.
There you go. Glowworm. I've never glowworm. I've never heard it been called a glowworm before, but I guess if that's how you'd have to describe it, like I said, larvae. You know what I mean? Like they glow. So yeah, I guess glowworm would be the best way to describe it in in English. But yeah, titiwai, bro. or just TT?
Number 14. Glowworm Cave, New Zealand. New Zealand is one of the most scenic countries in the world.
Damn
Beyond
straight
the
we
peaks
are.
of the mountain ranges, the deep valleys, and the glaciers are a series of caves.
Beyond the valleys, the mountains, the deep glaciers, there's some caves. Nigga, it's up the road. It ain't beyond no mountains and glaciers and caves.
That seem to have come straight from a fairy tale. The reason for this is because they're home to glowworms, which are the larval forms of a
Glowworms?
species
Is that what you
of
call them?
gnat that are
Right.
endemic to the country. Known locally as TTY, which means
there
projected
you
over
go.
water.
Hey, and he said that pretty good. That's a good accent. Yeah, there you go. TT. And yeah, Y means water. TT means to glow or to reflect, like shining. So I guess that makes sense. Alright.
Endemic to the country. Known locally as TTY, which means projected over water. The bioluminescence that's produced in the insect's abdomens is designed to attract prey, and happens as a result of a chemical reaction between a luciferase enzyme and a molecule of luciferin.
Shit, I didn't know
It
that.
creates one of the most stunning sights that you can see in the natural world, and makes for a magical boat ride through the cavern when thousands of the glowworms are active.
They're always active, bruh.
Number 13. Tianxi Mountains, China. China, Tianxi's mountains in the Hunan province are some of the most unusual mountain formations in the world. Covering an area of around 17,000 acres, they're made from quartz sandstone and first began to emerge from the earth about 400 million years ago. The subsequent
what?
erosion
How long?
began to emerge from the earth about 400 million years ago.
400 million
The
years
subsequent
ago.
erosion of the rock has created these skinny mountains, which reach a peak of 3,976 feet and are named after the legend of a farmer who led a revolt against an oppressive regime who called himself the Son of Heaven.
Damn.
When the mountains are covered in mist, there's something mystical about them, and it's no surprise they were the inspiration for mountainscapes in movies like Avatar, and are one of the most popular tourist
Oh,
destinations.
it's those mountains that, yeah, I've heard of these places before. I didn't know that that's what it was called
In the
though. Alright.
region.
I got you.
Number 12. Grand Prismatic Spring, Wyoming, USA. The stunningly colorful Grand Prismatic Spring is in Yellowstone National Park and is the largest hot spring in the US. It's bigger than a football field at about 370 feet wide, and with a depth of at least 160 feet, you could fit a 10-story building inside it. The spring is fed through a crack in its floor, through which as much as 560 gallons of water is released into it every minute. Its normal temperature is 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's because of this that it's surrounded by such vibrant rings. The color is created by the presence of microbes that live.
We get a lot of those in New Zealand,
And depending on the
New
time of
Zealand as
year,
well.
You'll see reds, oranges, yellows, greens, and blues. Number 11. Monterrarima, Venezuela. We're so used to seeing natural formations that have irregular shapes that it seems almost impossible for something to have a rigid design to it. Monterrarima in Venezuela isn't your ordinary mountain though, and its 12-square-mile summit is surrounded by 1,300-foot-tall cliffs, almost in a square shape. It's actually on a tri-point border between Venezuela, Guyana, and Brazil, and has long been part of local beliefs.
I've seen this
Taino
before.
and Capone people
I've seen this in pictures and stuff like that before though.
believe it to be the stump of a giant tree that once bore all the fruits and vegetables in the world, and the seemingly unscalable cliffs have inspired a number of stories, including The Lost World by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and Paradise Falls from the movie Up.
Oh, yo.
10.
The cartoon movie Up. I remember that. Do you remember that? Remember that cartoon movie Up? Wow, it wasn't that long ago, you know what I mean? It's a movie that came out when my kids were little, and I used to watch it with them. You know, the old man with the balloons, and the little kid that hides in his fucking thing, and yo, out the gate.
Conan Doyle and Paradise Falls from the movie Up. Number 10. Lake Retba, Senegal. On the northwest coast of Africa, about 18 miles northeast of the Senegalese capital, Dakar, is a lake like anything you'll find elsewhere in the world. Called Lake Retba, it has an
Damn, look at
extremely
that,
high
it's
salt
pink.
content, and this provides ideal conditions for Dunalayela
Damn.
algae to thrive, which are bright red-colored and make the water appear to be pink. This
Damn.
unusual hue is far more prominent during the region's dry season between November and June, and the effect is accentuated by the magenta bushes that grow around its shores. The lake is an important economic center too, with thousands of people who rely on retrieving and selling the salt deposits, as well as fishing the waters.
Now, what are you going to catch? Now, what are you going to catch in
Here don't quite and selling the salt deposits, as well as fishing the waters. Catches here don't quite match up to what's possible in other lakes, however, because to survive in such salty water, the fish only grow to around 1/4 the size.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because isn't it like the saltier the water, the smaller the fish? I was gonna say that.
Number 9, Red Beach, Panjian, China. China is a country that's full of incredible geographic sites, but there's perhaps none as surprising as the Red Beach in Panjian. It's around the mouth of the Panjin-Shangchaisi River, where the soil is so alkaline that very few species of plant can grow. One that does particularly well is the Sueda salsa, which has a deep red color and is why the region looks so remarkable. It was once thought that Mars was red because it was covered in crimson plants, and if that were true, the beach at Panjin is surely how it would have appeared. With so many plants growing on the shores, the Red Beach is the largest wetland area in the world, and together with the largest reed marsh in Asia, which is also there, the whole region is a protected area of natural interest.
Damn, so it all goes red. Yo, what up, nigga? Hey, yo. Say what up to T-Roy. Where the fuck you at, nigga? Where you at? Hey, yo, check out the latest reaction, bro. Yo, I'll have a puff for you. I'll puff for you. Check it out. Anyway, we're on this 15 unbelievable places that actually exist type shit. But I'm gonna check some of these places out there for real. Some out the gate shit. Anyway, where you at? Roll over, my nigga. Alright, yo, peace. Sorry about that. Had to send a quick message. The homies messaging me, yo, where you at? Reply, nigga, reply. So I just let them know, you know, we're doing a reaction.
Different species of birds and more than 400 species of other types of animals, including the rare red-crowned crane and black-mouthed gulls. Before we move on, be sure to subscribe to Top 5s.
Already done that, my nigga. Already done that.
Number 8,
the
Crooked Forest, Poland.
What?
Deep within a forest near the town of Grafino in Poland is a phenomenon that has confused researchers and visitors alike ever since it was first discovered.
What's up with these
trees? The Crooked Forest. There are an estimated 400 pine trees that have for some reason grown very differently to normal. It's thought that they were planted during the 1930s when the region was a part of Germany, and after emerging from the ground like usual, they bent towards the north for several feet before growing upwards again. It's not known why this has happened and why it's something that only these 400 trees have done, but there's a couple of theories. The first is that it's the result of human design, perhaps because of a tool that was used when they were first planted, or the alternative suggestion is that they were all subject to a freak weather event.
It's trippy, I'll tell you that much, bro. Like, what the fuck? Damn, they're like ice-bins in the trees and shit.
Such as a
look at this shit.
While they were young in their development.
That makes sense,
No
right?
records exist to support either theory, however, so it's quite possible we'll never know for certain. Number 7, Stone Forest, Madagascar.
Damn.
Madagascar is usually thought of as a place with an unparalleled amount of biodiversity, but its geographical features are equally impressive. The Stone Forest, which is within the Singi-Deba Maraha National Park, began life hundreds of millions of years ago as a lagoon. Limestone deposits formed on the bed and, due to tectonic activity, were lifted above the water's surface. As the lagoon receded, more limestone was revealed, and it was worn away by the monsoon rains over the following millennia. This, combined with groundwater erosion that formed caves that subsequently collapsed, has left a series of towers with canyons between them, which has resulted in the largest such formation in the world. Its name means where one cannot walk barefoot, and that's an apt warning. These pillars, some of which are up to 2,600 feet high, are sharp enough to easily cut through flesh or equipment, so have to be traversed with the utmost of care.
Facts.
Number 6, Lake Baikal, Russia. Lake Baikal, which is in southern Siberia, is the largest known freshwater lake in the world, which contains almost a quarter of our planet's non-saline surface water.
For real?
At 5,387 feet deep, it's the world's deepest lake, and is also thought to be the oldest after forming around 25 million years ago. As you'd expect, there's a wealth of plant and animal life.
Damn, look at that van, bro. Look at that van, bro. Fuck that, my nigga. Yo, fuck that. I'm too hard for that shit, dude.
As you'd expect, there's a wealth of plant and animal life in the region, and it supports.
But that looks dope. But that looks far. I fuck with that heavy.
Supports countless villages and tribes. But the thing that's particularly amazing about this place is what happens when it freezes over. Because it's formed in a valley, it's exposed to freezing winds that blow across its surface, and this leads to the creation of unbelievable ice structures that are hard to believe form naturally.
Oh,
methane
shit.
bubbles are often trapped in the ice. Small particles are blown.
Shit, look at that. The fuck? Yo, that's far, bro. Yo, that's far.
Together, frozen, melted, and refrozen to join into unusual shapes. And rocks can even be seen sitting on their own icy pedestals. At the right time of year, this is one of the most serene and awe-inspiring places on Earth.
Shit! It froze over that fast that, like, even the droplets that were splashing got frozen, my nigga.
The chance.
Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Like, shit.
Number 5. Richat Structure, Mauritania. Also known as the Eye of Africa, the Richat Structure is a strange formation in the desert rock near the small town of Ouadane in Mauritania. The inverse dome is 25 miles in diameter and has exposed various layers of rock that appear like concentric rings. It's one of the easiest natural structures to see from space.
Damn.
Amazingly, it's very hard to see from ground level.
I was gonna say 25 miles, but you wouldn't even know that it's like that from the ground. You know what I mean?
Would be unable to notice anything different about it from the surrounding land. Quite how it was formed from space, but amazingly, it's very hard to see from ground level. And if you were there, you'd probably be unable to notice anything different about it from the surrounding land. Quite how it was formed has been the subject of scientific debate ever since it was first discovered in the 1930s. The first assumption was that it's an impact crater from a meteorite, but the lack of evidence of any superheated rocks has ruled this out. Instead, it's been formed by millions of years of erosion of softer rock that was probably deposited during a time when the region was underwater. Quite why this happened in such a circular fashion is still unclear. There are ridges and valleys that follow the concentric lines of the Richat structure, and evidence has been found that humans have lived here for hundreds of thousands of years. Ancient artifacts have been unearthed that date back to the Stone Age, such as tools and spears. Strangely, however, none have been found at the center of this depression, which also discounts any possibility that this was a prehistoric mine of some sort. With such delicate rock, there are calls to make the structure a protected site to ensure it can be studied for years to come and...
Did he just say, hold on?
Calls to make the structure a protected site to ensure it can be studied for years to come and...
It's 25 miles fucking big, bro. What are you protecting? Nigga, like someone's gonna come along with their foot and like wipe it out, like... like someone's gonna come along with their foot and be like, bah, like you do with a kid's sandcastle. Bah. Nigga, it's... like the dude said, if you were standing there, you wouldn't even notice any change in the layout of the land, bro. It's hills and mountains and valleys and shit. How the fuck you gonna... Who the fuck's gonna mess it up? You don't need a label of protected, bro. Oh, like someone's gonna come and wipe it out with their foot, like kick it over or something.
And hopefully reveal some of the secrets
that's funny
how this strange place came to be.
It's out the middle of fucking nowhere. No government's gonna come out here and just build on it. Nothing. You know what I mean? It's out the middle of fucking nowhere, bro. No one's gonna build nothing on it. Like, you know what I mean? And especially if you are the government that's controlling the area, like, you need to make it protected. You're not gonna build on it, man. It's funny as fuck.
Number 4, Flying Geyser, Nevada. USA.
Oh, bro, I've heard of this
Fly
one
Geyser
too.
looks like it would be at home on an alien planet.
I've seen this as well, bro.
About 20 miles north of the town
And
of
this is
Turkmenistan,
man-made.
Nevada.
This is man-made,
Although
right?
you might think this to be a natural formation, it actually is the result of human activity when a well was drilled in 1916 with a view to irrigating water. Due to the geothermal activity in the region, the water was close to boiling point, so the well was abandoned. But a calcium carbonate cone began to form around the opening. A second hole was dug in 1964 by an energy company, but the water wasn't hot enough for their needs, so they abandoned it too. And the structure that formed around it is what we see today. It has a number
Stupid
of
humans,
openings which
right?
the water shoots 5 feet high out of.
That's
the
cool,
entire
though.
structure is currently between 25 and 30 feet tall. Various platforms and pools have also been created across 74 acres.
Oh,
The
damn.
water's unusually high silica content and the presence of algae that thrive in the conditions are responsible for the multicolored deposits that have solidified around it. And because it's heated to a temperature of around 200 degrees Fahrenheit, it produces quartz, something that usually takes
200
10,000 years
degrees.
to happen in other geysers. Even though there are a couple of other geysers nearby that have been formed in a similar way, none are as large or as impressive as the Fly Geyser is.
Damn, that's
Therefore,
massive.
one of a kind and
It's
something you won't
huge, bro.
see anywhere else in the world. Number 3. Nica Mine, Mexico. What's the biggest crystal you've ever seen? Well, however large you thought it was, it's
Holy
nothing
fuck.
compared to what a team of miners discovered near Nica,
Holy
Chihuahua,
shit.
Mexico. In
Oh,
1910, a cavern was
what the fuck? Look at it. That's crystal, bro. Look how big this shit is. Bro, what? God damn. Ain't that some shit?
found at a depth of 390 feet, which has become known as the Cave of Swords.
Damn.
To their astonishment, it was full of gypsum crystals that were up to 3 feet 3 inches long. 90 years later, another mining crew took things a step further when they were drilling a new shaft and found the Giant Crystal Cave, which itself was 980 feet beneath the surface. This cave had once been flooded with hot water, which allowed minerals to deposit in crystalline structures. The largest of the crystals to have been seen was 39 feet long, 13 feet wide, and thought to weigh as much as 55 tons,
God
which makes it the
damn.
largest one ever to have been found.
Damn.
Conditions in the cave aren't exactly inviting to people, though, with temperatures reaching 136 degrees Fahrenheit and a 99% humidity. Humans can only be in there for up to 10 minutes without full safety equipment. Even if you were prepared for this, it's not possible to visit the cave currently. After a robber tried to steal a crystal and ended up suffocating and dying, it was shut permanently and allowed to refill with water in the hope that the crystals can be preserved and continue to grow until improved methods of exploration
Facts.
become available.
Damn, but imagine that.
The Gates of Hell, Turkmenistan.
What the fuck?
Not only is the existence of the Gates of Hell in Turkmenistan hard to believe, but the way it was formed is perhaps even more difficult to believe.
What?
If you had visited this place near the village of Devasa 50 years ago, it would have looked just like the surrounding Karakum Desert, with sand stretching out in every direction you look. In the 1970s, the country was part of the Soviet Union, and the authorities were on a campaign to identify all areas of natural resources that could be mined and used to support the growing population. In 1971, geologists arrived in the area and believed the ground below to contain a cavern that was full of oil. So they set up a test rig to drill down and take further measurements, but soon found there to be a large pocket of gas just beneath the surface. Now, there are no official Russian or Turkmen records of what happened next, but according to the sources close to operations at the time, the ground collapsed beneath the rig and swallowed the drill, as well as several top Soviet scientists.
I thought they were gonna say, oh, and someone like lit it on fire or some shit. Oh shit. That's why there's no records or anything, like, because obviously no one wants to keep records like that. Yo, my bad.
And swallowed the drill, as well as several top
shit.
Soviet scientists.
Oh snap.
The remaining researchers were now faced with a problem. They could detect large quantities of methane being released from the hole they had just created, and believed this to be a possible health hazard. Their calculations suggested that the best way to deal with it was to burn the gas, and that it would run out within a few weeks. It was then decided
So they did. Yo, so they did light the fucking shit. So it was a fucking human again that lit that shit. Oh, bro. For real? Yo, what the fuck? Hold
Believed
on.
this to be a
Hold on.
possible
Hold on.
health hazard.
Hold on. We
Their
might be wrong.
calculations suggested that the
We
best
might
way
be
to
wrong.
deal with it was to burn the gas, and that it would run out within a few weeks. It was then decided to throw a grenade into the hole, and the gates of hell was...
A fucking grenade, bro. Like, you know, I get it, but surely there's a more convenient way to light the fire, bro. You don't need to...
It was then decided to throw a grenade into the hole, and the gates of hell was born.
Oh,
Someone
my
calculated
God.
it wrong.
You
Since
think?
that day, almost 50 years ago,
You think, bro? This is funny shit.
someone calculated it wrong. Because since that day, almost 50 years ago, the hole is continually burned. The crater is now
50
approximately
years,
230
bro.
feet across and 66
It'll
feet
burn.
deep.
It'll burn for a couple of weeks, they say.
And it's filled
50
with
years,
fires,
bro.
boiling mud, and ferocious orange flames. Plans have often been drafted to try and extinguish it for good, especially considering it's sat
You named
above
him
one of
fucked
the
up
largest
now.
natural gas deposits that are anywhere on Earth. But such is the scale of the problem that no one yet has found an adequate solution. Now it's one of the most popular tourist sites in the country and has become an area of biological
It's a popular tourist site. What the fuck is so great about looking at a hole on fire, bro? Go dig one in the backyard, light yourself a little fire. You got yourself. But I get it though. Like, what the fuck, bro? Half these things are man-made, bro. It's just stupid human. It's mistakes that make these things. Like the drilling in the ground before. That was a mistake, bro. Like, this shit was a mistake, bro. Come on.
research because of the organisms that have been found to be living in the center of the crater. It may perhaps burn out one day like the scientists in the 1970s thought it would, but based on current progress, it could be several more decades before it even seems to begin slowing down.
You're only guessing too. Could be hundreds of years. Thousands
Number
even.
1. Caño Cristallis.
Oh,
Colombia.
that looks cool.
The Caño Cristallis is a small tributary river that feeds into the Guaymallén River of Colombia. But due to its unique plant life, it's also commonly referred to as the most beautiful river in the world.
Damn, that looks cool.
Fast-flowing water passes through a region that's on the edge of the Amazon rainforest, the Andes, and the eastern Llanos, and is almost perfectly clear. The riverbed has numerous holes and dips in it because of the way the rocks caught in the current erode the bedrock, and this has produced the ideal locations for a species of plant called Macarenia clavigera to grow. During the summer months, it takes on a gloriously red hue and also provides shelter for other species to grow that adds yellows, greens, blues, and blacks into the mix.
Really?
It's no wonder that this place is also affectionately known as the liquid rainbow, and is so unusual that many visitors still can't believe that it's real, even when they're standing right next to it.
I want to visit that place.
Subscribe to Top 5s for more and check out some of our other popular videos.
Damn, look at that shot. Yo, I want to go check out that last one too. Damn, that was far.
Earth-like plant.
No, it's funny. A lot of these things were fucking man-made, bro. A lot of these things were man-made, and there were stupid mistakes that we made. Yo, but that was dope, bro. I hope you guys enjoyed that, bro. That was just something I found myself, something I thought that I'd bring to the channel, bro. Hey, like I said, I just did Aina's, one of Aina's songs. I also uploaded a couple hip-hop tracks from, one from, where was it? Poland this morning. Another one from Albania. Yo, go check those out, bro. Run the numbers up on these videos, bro. Thanks for tapping in. Much love, bro. Stay safe, stay dangerous, and I'm out. Peace, yo.